Hello, everybody. My name is Blayne Gilmer, and this is Recruiting Every Second. It is a Bleav Podcast Network show that is all about SEC football recruiting, and I have with me on the inaugural episode of Recruiting Every Second two of the most highly coveted defensive line prospects, I'll say athletes in the country in the class of 2022. And I'm going to bring them in here right now. And that is Mr. Mykel Williams and Christen Miller. Mykel, Christen, guys, we had a little bit of technical issues trying to get this rolling, but guys, we got it going tonight. How's it going?
Made it.
Yeah, finally.
That's it.
I'm in here with a 5-star and Blayne, man. I'm blessed, man. I can't.
Man, the true talent is over here on the other side of the screen, you two guys. So just appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy schedules. I know that spring football has gotten going, Christen is about to get going for y'all. Y'all had meetings and stuff tonight in preparation, so you know how serious they take it over there in Cedar Grove when they got meetings before spring, trying to get everything perfect to a T. New head coach in there, and Mykel, I know you said y'all were in shells, so how's that been going for you guys? Mykel, since you've kind of started, we'll go with you first, then we'll get over to Christen.
Yeah, it's been going good. I know we got a new coaching staff, so we trying to fill them out, trying to see what they're about. Just ready to play football for real.
Absolutely. So both of y'all with a new coaching staff. Christen, you guys as well.
We got a new coaching staff. We got a new he's Coach Adams. He's been around. He's been our defensive back coach / defensive coordinator. So it's not a new face at all, but definitely is a lot of new changes. But it's been great. He definitely getting us right. So we gonna be prepared to win us a state championship. So that's definitely there.
Absolutely. So the focus of this show, of course, recruiting every second, with the second in the SEC and second being big there. We focus on guys who are getting recruited by the SEC schools here in the country. I know actually, Christen, you're kind of down to one SEC school in your stuff. You got Georgia, Ohio State, USC, and Louisville kind of as your main focus. And then, Mykel, you've got a couple sprinkled in there, Georgia, Alabama, Kentucky, but then also Georgia Tech and USC. So at this point, you guys have kind of narrowed down your list a little bit. And Christen, we'll go with you first. How excited are you at this point in your recruitment? It's been a long process. The 2022 class has kind of been different than any other class in history because of COVID. And now you're about to go to do visits with these last few schools you have remaining. How excited are you for that?
Man, I'm excited, man. I get excuse me, every day I get excited.
He gets choked up. He's so excited.
COVID, boy. Oh,
real. Hey, man, girl rule. I
got you, man. So, obviously with only those 4 schools remaining, those will be the ones you'll be taking your official visits to. How is it just knowing that you've got it down to the schools like that those 4 that you can really have built a relationship with, and that, now it's just kind of seeing how those visits pan out?
Man, it's good because now I can really focus on the stuff that I need to focus on right now, and focus on school and focus on football at my school in spring, and really just let God really handle all the heavy stuff, the business stuff. But really, it's good knowing that I got 4 schools that I can put on the table and look at everything with those schools and know, okay, this is where I want to go, or maybe I might not want to go here, but just having good options because they're all top tier schools. So it's a blessing to have those hats up there. Really is.
And Mykel, you're kind of in the same boat. Georgia, Alabama, Kentucky, Georgia Tech, USC, all schools that have their own tradition and have their own pros and cons there. Mykel, what's it like just being able to, your list was longer for a longer period of time than Christen's was, but now you've kind of narrowed it down a little bit. How does that feel to you with these visits coming right around the corner?
It feels great. I'm glad I was able to narrow it down. And yeah, I had a longer list for like a long time because it was like I'm really indecisive, so it was hard to decipher through the schools. But I found a nice little 5 that I'm really interested in. I'm looking forward to going to see.
When you talk about being indecisive, but you really didn't have a whole lot to go off of because, we talk about the 2022 class. You guys, in terms of, I know that Christen's trying to crack my man up over here watching along on the YouTube feed. But Mykel and Christen both, you guys, you didn't have much to go off of except Zoom calls and phone calls. I mean, there weren't any visits and stuff. Your recruitment wasn't normal. There weren't coaches coming to your high school. So, Mykel, how tough was that trying to get to know these colleges and stuff without getting to see them in person?
It was extremely tough. I feel like it was a lot of great relationships out there left because we couldn't see each other in person or like contact each other like we supposed to.
100%. How important, and Christen, you can go first. How important is, you've kind of got two ends of the spectrum here. You've got Georgia, the home state school. You got Ohio and Louisville to the north of you, USC out west. What is that like for you in terms of location and things like that? Do you ever think about the location of the school? Do you think about anything that is outside of just who the programs are?
Man, I don't think about none of that. I honestly adapt everywhere where I go. I'm adapt. It's gonna take a little bit of time, but as soon as I find the right people and I just get adjusted, I'm straight. I'm straight wherever I go to. But honestly, I picked them 3 schools because those schools that's where I can go and honestly get developed the best and honestly be able to play the way I want to play. Because I know USC they're gonna allow me to play really that athlete position, which I am. Athlete, ATH 24/7 changed me up. But
listen to this man.
Come on.
Man, 287 pounds.
No, three. I don't know. Tell him.
Hey, I'm 300 solid pounds now, man.
300 pounds up now. It's great. You put on a little weight in the off season, huh?
300. You never seen 300 pounds look so good like me. You never. Yeah.
You really like 340.
Now Mykel's just busting on you, man. So if you're
Blayne, look at his nose. Why he's trying to get on me? His nose. The reason why he's 50. That's the reason why he's 250. He's trying to get on me.
Guys, so if you're following along on the YouTube channel, you see Christen, you can follow him on Twitter at TrenchKing2, and Mykel, you can follow at MykelW_50. Mykel, now I'm gonna play a game here with both of y'all in terms of kind of some rapid fire stuff in terms of your first thing that comes to mind when I say these names. Okay, so Mykel, you get the first turn. Okay, Kirby Smart,
great coach.
Trey Scott.
Oh, Trill.
Trill.
Nick Saban. What was that? Sorry, you cut out for a second. What Nick Saban? Legend. Freddie Roach.
Baby goat.
Jeff Collins.
Goat.
Coach Thacker.
Goat.
A lot of goats out there. You got a whole herd of goats over here. Mark Stoops.
Oh, yeah. Coach Stoops, that man.
Vince Morrow.
Goat, legend. Yeah.
Coach O.
You said who?
Coach O, but I don't think you talked. Yeah, you said LSU's trying to get back in there, right?
LSU. Hey, Mykel, this Coach O here. I have to tell you, I love Louisiana. I want you to come play football for me.
You said they're trying to kind of get back in the swing of things, right?
Oh, crap. That's like Coach O. Hey, Coach, you want to hear this funny story, Blayne? The first time I met Coach O, man, I always wanted to see if his voice is real or not. I used to think it was a joke. And I'm on the phone with one of the defensive line coaches, and he was like, "You want to talk to Coach O?" I said, "Man, heck yeah, get Coach O the phone." He said, "Hey, big boy, how you doing, Chris? How you doing, man?" I said, "Oh, shoot, it's real. It's real." I was happy. I was like, "Oh my God."
You thought it wasn't a joke. So all right, so you got a lot of goats out there, in your mind, Mykel, a lot of guys that you think highly of. Christen, it's your turn. Here we go. We're gonna go with some of the guys that you talk to on a regular basis. Kirby Smart.
Larry Bird.
Trey Scott.
Savage.
Ryan Day.
Matt Ryan.
Larry Johnson.
James Brown.
Clay Helton.
Really?
Johnny Bravo.
Todd Orlando.
Yo.
Feel on it.
What's his name from the Water Boy?
Bob Boucher.
Bob Boucher.
I don't know Bob Boucher. Right, what we think? What do you think about Scott Satterfield?
Coach Satterfield. Oh man, he Dr. Doolittle. Yeah, with his glasses.
Mm-hmm. And Mark Ivy.
Coach Ivy. What's that man that be in the woods cutting down? Oh, freak, man. I'm gonna call him
Lumberjack.
Hey man, I'm gonna call him the Lumberjack, man. That's the Lumberjack, man. He the go. That's Coach Ivy. He the go.
So I think everybody can see the dynamic here. Mykel's just trying to navigate this, just trying to get through it. Christen is fully embracing this thing, man, trying to hype it up as much as he can so that you see the personalities of these two guys. I do know for a fact that, with you two being in-state prospects for the University of Georgia, of course, that's always a huge priority for them to try to prevent guys from getting outside their borders. Do you feel that when you're talking to the University of Georgia that it's a priority to keep the best players in the state of Georgia inside the state of Georgia?
Yes, sir. And they tell us that. They're like, we trying to keep the best in state.
Keep the best, yeah. You got a whole edit about it.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Coach try to put us. We top priority. He let everybody else know that. So.
How does that kind of hit when they tell you about that? Like it's your home state. It's kind of. I mean, I know you spent some time in Florida, Christen, but being from the state of Georgia here recently, how does that kind of hit for you when those guys are telling you the importance of keeping you guys in state?
And it's not even telling us. It's just it's showing. They showing it. They show that they want us to be there, and they show that love, and they show that energy, and when you show it, then that's how you know it's real. Because you can say everything you want to say, but they actually be showing it. So I appreciate that from them.
And speaking of edits, Mykel, you mentioned the edit that came up. I was gonna throw this up on the screen real quick for the people watching on the YouTube channel. Look at my man for Georgia. They first of all, he's got a bat over his shoulder. I don't know what's going on there. And then Georgia's putting on my man Fat Chris with a 7 in there, his YouTube channel. So that's Christen Miller's YouTube channel. So Christen, I'm gonna ask both of you guys about name, image, and likeness is something that is right around the corner. I mean, Georgia is signing it into law June 1st. The governor of Georgia is signing that into law. It's becoming a law. NCAA is going to have to do something about it here soon. With you and your YouTube channel and some of your outside interests, how big is that a deal for you? And how much do you think of that, Christen, with stuff you got going on?
Man, I'm blessed, man. It's honestly a dream, man. I grew up a kid just loving just being me, and that's really like the main thing I wanna project to the kids and inspire the kids just to be you. Anything you want to go do it. Like honestly, like because you're gonna have people in your life that's gonna try to count you out and try to tell you what you can't do and try to put you in the box because somebody else put them in the box. But you gotta honestly tell yourself, okay, this is what I want to do, and just anything you want to be, just work hard to be it. Like that's the main thing. I'm trying to show everybody like I'm me. I'm true to myself. I'm genuine. I'm just me, and I try to show everybody that you don't got to be like nobody else. Because we live in a world where you can be anything you want to be right now. So it's like you might want to be anything you want to be. So that's the main thing I'm trying to get out, and just it's blessed that we live in a generation where we can put out content and actually share positivity stuff. Everybody know any Twitter, any Instagram, any social media page I got, I'm always just throwing positivity out there because it's all about positive vibes. It's all about great energy because energy is very infectious. So it's all about that. So I'm blessed to be in the position I am, man. Working with great people.
In terms of name, image, and likeness, and potentially being a college athlete and being able to make money actually off of your likeness, are colleges preparing for this? Or are they talking to you about this because it's right around the corner? How is that brought up at all during your recruitment?
Oh yeah, it's stressed a lot, especially from Southern Cal, and they constantly stress that because of the huge market that they have in California. It's like, yeah, and it's an advantage for some schools like Southern Cal, because like if you go there, you get more publicity equal more endorsement, more money. Like it's a blessing. It's like how it works.
Absolutely. I know Georgia and Georgia Tech too. They like to, talk about their proximity to Atlanta and things like that and their marketing and things like that. But that's a great point with Southern Cal. So as it gets down to it, guys, I know education always is important, everybody, but all these schools that you've kind of selected, you're going to get a great education pretty much at any one of them. When it comes down to it, what are going to be some of the most important factors as we're nearing the end here? I mean, we got official visits, and then come December, I'm assuming both of you guys are going to be trying to enroll early. What's this thing coming down to for you, Christen?
Man. Boy, it's coming down to all cylinders. Everything got to be met. You know what I'm saying? I hold myself in a higher position, and I hold myself to a higher standard. So every 4 units, everything got to be met to my standards, because this is a lifelong decision. It's not a 4-year decision; it's a 40-year decision. So that's something that I live by. So it's kind of like I want to make sure I'm making the right decision, and God so be it, if something happens where I got to enter the transfer portal, that happens. But at the same time, I want to make the right decision, so that way I can thug it out for a good little minute and handle my business and be able to enter the draft and stuff like that. But really, I just want to go somewhere where it's home, and somewhere where we can benefit off of each other, and somewhere where I can go and I can feel like this is somewhere where I can compete. I can get playing time, and I can be able to, be efficient and put in that work and bring that energy, and just being somewhere with energy like myself. So that's very important to me.
Mykel, some people are into, whether it's brand new facilities they've got at Georgia, the name, image, and likeness stuff they got over at USC, a lot of stuff going on, the winning at Alabama, the momentum they got at Kentucky, education at Georgia Tech, all that kind of stuff, the new program. Man, what's going to be most important to you kind of as going forward?
Like Chris said, home field. I gotta be comfortable in my environment, because I'm gonna be there for the next 3-4 years. Most likely 3. I gotta be comfortable. I gotta feel like this is where I want to be. I gotta feel like the coaches and the people and the fans, they want me there. I just gotta be able to thrive in that environment.
So these visits, fair to say, are going to be absolutely monumental this summer. They're going to be huge.
Sure. It's gonna be for so lit. Trust me.
Great.
It's gonna be off the chain.
I really can't imagine, because all these kids, all these guys, these young men, you guys, your class, the class of 2023, everybody's been chomping at the bit to get going. So it is going to be sure enough crazy when everything gets going and y'all get to get on campus over there. But lastly, you mentioned the draft, Christen. The NFL draft just recently come and gone. Mykel, we'll get with you here in just a second, because one of your schools was heavily involved in this thing. Christen, Georgia, Ohio State had 10 people drafted. Georgia had 9. USC always has a good amount. How important is the draft to you, Christen, in terms of, seeing what these schools have produced?
You named it, man, and that's the reason why they in my top 3, and no doubt about it, that they really just hit in all cylinders, and that's what I'm looking for. And it's really like Georgia, they're developing. Ohio State, they're developing. USC, they're constantly developing and constantly getting first rounders, and Ohio State is constantly getting first rounders, and Georgia's constantly putting out great players. And it's like, it's important, because I know me and Mykel, we got to go where we trying to be watching each other get drafted the same year, because our goal is 3 years and up.
Sure.
But we trying to go wherever God got planned for us. That's what we're gonna go with. But our goal is 3 years now, and we own each other about that every day. Like no matter what, if he's sending me his film from practice, or if I'm sending him my film from practice, we getting on each other, and we trying to help each other. Because I was telling Mykel last night, like we working on ourselves to get to college. I don't care who we going against. I'm gonna go against somebody sorry, like he the best player in the nation, because that's what it's all about. It's about preparation and getting yourself ready for the next level. And like that's all we've been trying to work on with each other, because it's kind of like, if we not hard on each other, then it's gonna be hard in the real world hearing from other people. So that's why I'm trying to stay with Mykel and keep that energy around us, and hopefully we be there at the same draft night. But the draft is very important, because it changed your situation, it changed your life. We come from places where we had to get out of the mud, and really we got families that's need us, and we got to go to work every day and put that work in and make it out. So that's the main goal. That's the main goal. So yeah, so it's very important, very essential.
Mykel, three of your top five, Georgia, Alabama, and Kentucky, all had fantastic nights as a program in the NFL draft. Kentucky had 6 players drafted, Alabama 10, with 8 of the 10 going in the first 38 picks for Alabama. And then Georgia had 9 players overall drafted. Just how much does that historical output of Alabama's having 8 picks in the first 38, how much does that play into your mind? And then just the success of all of them overall?
It's huge because that's crazy. It's like, I think they had some crazy, like 6 first-round picks.
6 first-round picks.
Like 32 first-round picks. And 6 of those came from the same school. That's like what? Like, that's like unheard of.
Absolutely.
Right.
Now in terms of in terms of the draft, when you look at things, and how much are these schools, sending you these little edits and statistics and stuff like that of trying to keep you, hey, here's how many we had and all that kind of stuff?
I probably get like, from all the schools, I probably get like 20 some edits a day.
How does that get on your guys' nerves? Are you enjoying the process? What's that like?
Wow. Yeah, I be living life.
Yeah, so you just enjoying the process, huh?
To be living life. I enjoyed it, man. I really, all the recruits be looking at me like, man, Chris, he don't be having no care. I just be enjoying the process. That's all we can do, man. I feel like, and honestly, me and Mykel, we done been in some turmoil in our recruitment where it was kind of like we had to literally just put the brakes on everything and just give ourselves mental time. And that's another thing that I tweeted out too a couple of weeks ago is take care of your mental health. Take care of your mental. You got to take them mental days because you get overwhelmed. And we only 16, 17, 15-year-olds, and we getting all this mini fame and all this mini pressure. So it's like sometimes you gotta understand this. This is my recruitment. Like, I'm running this recruitment, and because you only get this but so much time. So it's kind of like you gotta just enjoy the process and
I guess
take you wherever you go.
And last thing for each of you, I'm not wanting a school. I'm not wanting you to give anything away right here. But if you truly dug down deep in your heart and mind right here, do each of you have a favorite at this moment? And how hard is it going to be for that favorite to be changed going into these visits? Mykel, we'll go with you first.
That's a hard question because it's like a 3-way tie.
Okay. 3-way tie. I got you. So that tells me what I need to know right there. There's still a lot to be decided. So Christen, now the question goes to you. If I'm not asking you to give nothing away, not asking you to tell anybody at school, but if you had to search in the heart of Christen Miller right now, is there a favorite, and how hard is it going to be for that favorite to get knocked off through these visits in the summer?
Man, I can actually tell you, man, DCU, man, Crib University, like really, I love it. It allows me to be comfortable in my bed, and it allows me to take a shower when I'm dirty, and it just picks me up when my spirit is down. Just being comfortable in my sheets and being at the house and being by the refrigerator to get some food, it's always amazing. And I really love these. And until somebody show me different, then I decommit and head to my dormitory or my apartment. So,
yeah. So my man Christen's definitely holding his cards close to the vest there. Well, guys, listen, I appreciate you coming on and being my first 2 guests here on Recruiting Every Second, the new show that's covering only SEC football recruiting. And of course, these are 2 of the most highly coveted athletes. See what I said there, Christen? Athletes, not defensive linemen, in the country. So, guys, thank you so much for joining.
Yes, sir. And hey, look, everybody that's watching, if y'all not subscribed to Blayne's channel, I don't know what y'all doing, man. Blayne the hottest in the game right now. Tune in. For real.
Okay.
For real.
I appreciate you fellas, and we'll catch you guys next time on the next edition of Recruiting Every Second.
Yes, sir. And go subscribe to YouTube and go check out my Mykel brand, man. We got some heat coming, so y'all. Yes, sir.